Maryland.
All right, back here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're down to the Elite Eight. The matchup we bring you here on Pitch 1 is a rematch of the regional championship. It's Maryland taking on North Carolina. I'm Brad Woznicki. Joey Dennis alongside me for all of today's broadcast. Looking forward to the rematch and spot in the Final Four for one of these two teams.
Absolutely. Such a great rematch as it is to have a regionals finals match as a quarterfinal match for World Cup. Almost seems fitting.
And kicking the quaffle right in the middle of the field, it's Maryland who will have possession, and they have bludger control. A good start.
For those of you who did not see those regionals, in the regionals, Maryland actually beat North Carolina. North Carolina today looking to make that look like a fluke, hopefully. A great recovery from the quaffle.
Yeah, the tip right in front of the goal and sliding in to make the grab, and the recovery for North Carolina. That was number 0 for North Carolina. That was
ooh, the pass
was tough to tell.
High.
And the first score of the match goes to Maryland.
10-0.
Excellent goal. Some really standard play coming out there, but you know,
get that enthusiasm.
Gotta go back to the
go.
basics. I know. It's all right. I'm here.
Excellent goal.
Excellent. I'm so excited to be here today.
How's everybody doing? All right, 10-0 our score. North Carolina with the possession of the quaffle. And the bludger hit. It's going to be turned over. Maryland regains possession of the quaffle. Got Maryland in their black uniforms with their flag on their uniforms, while, no surprise, North Carolina in the Tar Heel blue.
Right.
Good bludger play up front. Maryland going to try and double up their lead.
Yep, not too effective to beat somebody.
Oh, look at the strength trying to fight into the goal, and because of the bludger play, the quaffle is taken away.
Yep, it's not too effective when you beat somebody right next to their own goals.
Yellow card to Maryland. 1 minute.
Yellow card given to Maryland. It's going to be a one-man advantage for North Carolina and a chance to tie this one up.
And that was contact from behind by number 1.
Patience here from North Carolina early. Quaffle pass across the field. And right back across, but it's a dangerous pass, and it's going to be a turnover. Good bludger play from Maryland to force that turnover.
Sloppy broom drop, unfortunately.
Now the bludger play, and North Carolina is going to recover the quaffle.
Long beat, Carolina ball.
Good turnout for this one. We originally thought we were going to have Texas versus Blue Mountain Quidditch on this field, but I believe they're over on pitch 4. Behind us we have Texas State taking on Lone Star. So we're going to have another Texas team eliminated before the Final Four, at least one more.
That's right. Right behind us, it is the Battle of the Texans.
It's a Lone Star team that came in as the number 1 overall seed and continue on.
Yeah, they were. Well, they did. They were doing a great job. Have been doing a great job this whole tournament. A couple upsets, couple comebacks for them. They have to be really excited about their performance. And I was glad to see Maryland and North Carolina out here today because everybody already knows what UC is capable of. That's for certain. We had a great showing for Blue Mountain State on this field. We've had both of these teams on this field as well, but to have a regional rematch is a great thing to see.
And talking about a little bit more about the Texas State Lone Star matchup, Texas State beat Lone Star at the end of the day on day 1. You remember That was a game where Texas State slowed it down and came out on top 70-20.
That's right, and we have another rematch with the Lost Boys in Arizona.
So rematches all around here in the Elite Eight.
That's right. Whether it was this tournament or not.
Texas played Blue Mountain yesterday too. Texas and Blue Mountain played yesterday too.
It's North Carolina on the outlet and the finish. And the extra contact there at the end.
Great pass.
We're tied at 10. The referees, I believe, handing out a card for that late hit. A lot of people enjoying this matchup, also keeping their eyes on the field behind us.
All right, and since North Carolina did get on the board,
might also be the argument that there was the momentum there at the end of the play that, you know, still finishing it off, so no card was awarded.
that's right.
Maryland's going to work the quaffle up the field slowly. Now the opportunity on the left side, the bludger play. The shot was no good either way.
Either way, excellent feed. Now both teams are setting up. North Carolina with some aggressive beater tactics.
Trying to clear some space up front to pass behind the goal. And a shot wide, trying to go for the outside ring.
North Carolina picks it back up, but that beater did exactly what he needed to do in that distraction. Just a little bit of an overpass, I guess.
Pass over the goal. A chance. Can North Carolina take the lead? Now watch out for the bludger play. Very close there to a turnover.
That was really close, and that would have been trouble with two chasers actually closer in on Maryland's goals. They're just resetting again. Point chaser showing no fear to that beater.
Pass in front and nobody home for the opportunity to score.
Excellent block by the Maryland keeper.
Right up the middle for Maryland, and then the big hit on that bludger. Taking that one up the field for Maryland was number 24, Michael Madonna. Quaffle controlled, now thrown well back into Maryland territory.
That's right, Maryland maintains control of the quaffle, but even in all that beater play, North Carolina did maintain control of the bludgers. So we're back to the same attempt.
Bludger play, and it was knocked down. So what a collision.
Excellent.
And now Maryland puts that one home, scoring that one a little celebration at the end as
keeper going.
North Carolina tried to turn that around quickly. A good job by Maryland to get back. Scoring that goal was Matt Angelico.
With some excellent footwork and some good passing here.
Now North Carolina tries to respond. The strength and the finish.
Excellent.
Right back.
We're tied at 20. It's once again the keeper for North Carolina scoring both goals.
Maryland's struggling a little bit with the chasers hanging back behind the goals. But that attempt, I think, was just a couple missed tackled opportunities. A little bit of fancy footwork to dodge the bludger. Not going to dodge that one, however.
Chance in front, but slipping down after a little bit of contact was number 27. That was Samuel Gaffigan for Maryland. Cheering and going on behind us for the Lone Star team is that one low-scoring game early.
A lot of these are just because of the amount of competition all these teams have towards each other. They're just all very, very high caliber teams. And I don't think I've ever seen so much celebration and so much tension at the same time.
Maryland, one of those teams that had a bye in the first round, then had to beat Santa Barbara. Now the quaffle loose, tipped around. No bludgers around to clear any space, and now Maryland will have possession of the quaffle. I believe that was Garrett Sattler getting down the pitch to keep that one alive for Maryland. Now the bludger play, and that one, a nice mid-range shot.
Maryland, 30,
that was
20.
an excellent combo right there.
Saw the timing with the bludgers that made that shot an even better chance for Maryland.
Absolutely, took all the pressure away from him, and he had a clear shot.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is the matchup of a rematch of the regional championship. North Carolina taking on Maryland, the Elite Eight of World Cup 8 here in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
And there's been so much commotion about the West with the Gambits and with all the Texas teams. Arizona right now making a great showing. But we've got two fantastic teams from the East right here.
Tied at 30. In front and right down the middle. Maryland back in front. Putting that one home was Brendan Hutton.
What a catch! He said, give me that.
And some great playing from the North Carolina Beaters. They have the control and they are great at keeping it.
A couple of substitutions made by North Carolina. Tied at 30.
Oh, I don't do the cut. Oh. I always like to say
An exchange for North Carolina with the possession of the quaffle.
Some interesting maneuvers right now. Number 48 for Maryland just trying to keep the best position possible so he can respond to any pass that comes his way.
That is Jeremy Den.
He is perfectly positioned right now in the center of everybody, doing a great job there.
Pass behind the goal, looking for space and a good shot opportunity.
And he's right there.
A bludger play, well done by Maryland.
Great job on Den's part right there, knowing the field awareness and knowing where to be and when.
Another big team swap for Maryland.
Bludger play again. That one went off the rim, no goal.
No goal, but Maryland retains possession.
Maryland bludger control and control of the quaffle. And what a throw!
Reset on a cannon.
Number one going to do a
Someone's trying to enter the NFL draft. 30-30 our score.
Oh, a nice quick drive, but Maryland's still going to maintain control.
Pass on the side of the goal. Can he get the shot off? Yes. The strength for Maryland, and the Superman sign afterwards for the celebration. Scoring that one was number 14, Matthew Posh.
That was a fantastic job. Keeper's hands were kind of tied there as soon as he decided to put his hands through the right hoop. As soon as you do that, you can't really reposition yourself anywhere else. But he did make him hesitate long enough to where maybe a beater could come through or something like that.
How does Maryland respond? Once again, trailing by a goal. This is how the style of play is going to go as this bracket play continues on as we get farther and farther to the final. Question is there going to be a team that's going to be able to really break it open?
Excellent beat from North Carolina. Because that was about to get a little dangerous.
And a bludger play. Maryland's got it, and a chance. Only one bludger back, but Maryland elects to slow it down. Wait for all of their players to move up the field. A lot of bludgers flying as the quaffle is loose and going to have a stoppage in play.
I think they're trying to contest the goal right now. And
we resume play. 40-30, still our score.
Long goal counts.
And make that 50-30. They are going to count that last
50-30
shot for Maryland.
And number 19 right now couldn't have been more ecstatic about making that shot.
That was Harrison Greenhouse for Maryland, wearing number 19. Maryland in trouble. They avoided. North Carolina was in a little bit of trouble there for a moment. Now North Carolina has moved it up. Nobody home in front, but that pass just sailed over the Maryland defender.
North Carolina's really got to try and get in there. They're making some great passes, some good long passes, but they're too afraid to drive at the moment.
And play resumes. Maryland has to get a stop here if they want to preserve this 2-goal lead.
North Carolina.
Wow. What a score. North Carolina makes it 50-40.
Great mechanics right there.
Bludger play right at the feet that time, trying to clear some space up front. A couple of bludgers loose now. And Maryland pushes their lead right back to 60-40.
Great showing of power from number 46 on Maryland's team.
That is Joshua Marks.
Marks not afraid to get in there and drive that ball home.
A tight game continues between Lone Star and Texas State.
Quick game.
60-40 our score here on pitch one. Some aggressive play and the tackle was made, but not before the quaffle was released. Number 34 Maryland, Aaron Mallory, was the one doing some pressuring up front.
Great pass from behind.
And the pass is blocked.
A great swat.
Maryland recovers.
The SWAT team is in the building.
Snitch has finally entered the pitch. Hopefully he's feeling well rested and limber.
Pass ahead behind the goal. Quaffle loose, and North Carolina recovers. And then little tabletop there.
Dip and duck. Big hit.
That game just got one physical play after another. That was pretty exciting. Definitely slowed down the drive.
Now spinning in front of the goal, the pass, easy score.
Spins, pass,
Excellent
score.
job. That play almost went wrong. So close, but not quite.
And the seekers have been released. Keep an eye on that snitch.
The Snitch is on the loose. Both Seekers attacking. This could end quickly. Now bludger play will send both Seekers back to their respective goals. It is a one-goal game. Either team will be moving on to the Final Four. As Maryland goes back in front by 2 goals.
Goal is disallowed.
Today we've been getting pretty used to seeing.
Now they're going to say that goal won't count.
Interesting.
So 60-50 is still a one-goal game.
The score remains 60-50 Maryland.
This is the first time the Snitch hasn't had a super comfortable defense for a while.
See the length of the Snitch being effective. Now the bludger play.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
All right, yeah, absolutely. This might be one of the more built Snitches we've seen in play right now. I'm curious.
As Maryland tries to go the other way and can't put it home before dropping the broom. Stays a 10-point game, a one-goal game.
Knocked down the hoop, but couldn't put the ball through.
Curious about these Seekers, whether or
Fast
not.
break goal, and we are tied at 60.
60-60 after another goal for North Carolina.
There's another successful fast break. Always gotta love seeing those. But also been a stop and play.
Stoppage and play. There was a goal down on both ends. Looking at the scores for these two teams as they got here, Maryland defeated Santa Barbara 100-30, and North Carolina with 200 points
Deflection, but Maryland
to just 80 for the Warriors. The other scores: Texas State shut out Michigan State 120-0. Lone Star defeated University of Michigan 110-40. Lost Boys a 200-100 win over Virginia. Arizona Quidditch with a 150-100 win over NYU, New York University. Then it was Blue Mountain with the 130-60 win over Rochester. And as you saw here, Texas with a 150-70 win over the LA Gambits.
What a great game that was. But right here we have North Carolina in the lead, but only by 10 points. Oh.
Both Seekers out there right now. The bludger play sends both Seekers back to their goals.
The Maryland Seeker has been shut down for so long in this game. I was trying to figure out if he still existed or not.
And a goal somehow for North Carolina. North Carolina started to really build a lead.
What an impressive shot.
North Carolina.
And there's another one for the highlight reel. Do we have a highlight reel? I think we need one.
Well, we have archived every game, so I'm assuming something will be put together to remember this year's World Cup fate here in Rock Hill.
That is true.
As Maryland is now back within one goal.
70.
Diving attempt from the seeker, unsuccessful. The length continues to be a problem for the seekers on both teams.
Oh,
A great beat there.
beaters have been relentless.
Tip of
A switch of seekers on Maryland's side. Let's see if somebody fresh can do some work. And I still think it's a little amusing just to see these seekers just run up to get beat immediately before even touching the snitch.
87 our score in favor of North Carolina. The Snitch is on the pitch. The scramble behind the Maryland goal as North Carolina is trying to now get rid of the quaffle. And brooms are down.
penalty coming.
What's the official call on that? So that was back, low tackle, back. How's it looking, Frank? Good. Wait, they call that out Maryland?
And the penalty going to be called against Maryland.
I got really confused.
That was going to be a yellow card for contact below the knees. When he dove, he did get him right in the shins.
1 minute.
So the man advantage for North Carolina. North Carolina can work quickly or maybe can build up a 3-goal lead and protect themselves from a snitch catch for Maryland.
Moving overthrow on the pass. That's all right.
I know I can't. I don't know where to look.
Good bludger play from Maryland. Stops the seeker for North Carolina for now. Pass behind the goal. North Carolina's up 20.
Alley in the oop.
What a beautiful alley-oop that was.
90-70, North Carolina.
And Maryland right back to the right. Ball goes into the goal. Wow, the tackle there. Just when you think Maryland's going to get back within a goal.
Excellent tackle. Beaters are too wrapped up with the seekers right now to be thinking about that situation.
And now it's going to be brooms down with a tie-up. And
Is that a yellow-red? That's a yellow-red. I think that's a yellow-red.
they will reset the goal. The card will be handed out. And the Maryland player, number 46, not agreeing with the call. That's Joshua Marks, and he's trying to claim that he was just trying to rip the quaffle free. Instead, he's going to be called for the elbow.
And see, 22 Angelico really displeased with the event of calls on that one.
Yellow-red. Number 22, second yellow card of the game. He is no longer allowed to play.
So that's it. Marks has had an impact on this match. It's going to be a difficult call for Maryland. See if they can still pull this one out, though, and advance to the Final Four.
Absolutely. Marks was a very important player to their team comp.
He had at least one goal in this matchup. The current seeker for Maryland is Harrison Greenhouse. Greenhouse, unsuccessful, then is beat. Now the bludger play, and we're going to have another stoppage in play.
It's 110 to 50.
We resume play. North Carolina possession of the quaffle. And bludger control. They're going to try and clear some space for their seeker to go one-on-one with the Snitch, and ooh, nice spin move there, but unsuccessful.
The Snitch's arms are just a little too large to have a spin move work on him like that.
And you see the strength as well. Try to go underneath.
North Carolina is really, really wanting this goal. One more.
North Carolina.
Oh, there's a fast break right now.
It's
going in. It's going.
It is at the goal. For the score.
Oh, beautiful song.
Maryland's going to try to turn the favor, but right now, at worst, if you're North Carolina, you have overtime. 100-70 our score.
170 is huge right now because I don't know. Oh, and they just return it.
Return the favor.
100-80, back to a 2-goal game.
Now 100-70 is no longer important.
Got a battle for the bludger. Crowd really getting into this one as things are picking up. Oh, and look at the physical play from the Snitch.
Get off me, says Snitch.
Oh, and a free open goal.
Maryland.
And now it's a 1-goal game, 100-90.
North Carolina can't get too wrapped up in the beater game.
Once
Because they're
again,
getting a little too invested.
Snitch showing up.
There's
His
no
physicality. Maryland going to try and tie it up. Pass behind the goal. The spin. The finish. We're tied at 100.
Alley, oop, and score.
Oh,
We are
the
tied
quickest
at 100.
3 consecutives I've seen.
Oh, unable to complete the pass in front of the North Carolina goal.
She's still fighting for it.
And Quaffle ripped away. Maryland has it. Maryland's going to have a free shot here at a goal. Nice pass. Good finish.
What vision?
Score out.
The pocket right there between all the North Carolina players.
Aaron Mallory puts Maryland back in front after they trailed by 3 goals at one point. 110-100. This is Brendan Hutton, the seeker right now for Maryland.
You can just see the determination on these seekers' faces.
Reach unsuccessful. Maryland with bludger control.
Oh, and this seeker is trying to be sneaky.
Unsuccessful.
No. As soon as the look to the right happened.
Another score for North Carolina, so we're tied up again at 11 goals apiece. A little bit of a deflection. That ought to go on below the belt there for Brendan Hutton, the seeker.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It didn't seem to affect him, and we're going to have a new seeker from Maryland.
Oh,
It
Maryland.
didn't seem to do too much, so hopefully
120.
feeling all right.
110.
But this was a slow game at one point. It just sped up immediately.
Oh! Nearly a snatch.
And another near grab. That was awesome.
A lot of congestion going on around the Snitch on those last 2 snatch attempts.
Snitch is currently handicapped, but doing a fantastic job at keeping.
Oh! And the Snitch has been snatched. As of right now, it looks as though Maryland is moving on to the Final Four. We have to wait for confirmation. That was Harrison Greenhouse, and Maryland is going to the Final Four.
To the Final Four.
They defeated North Carolina in the regional championship. Now they're moving on to the Final Four of the World Cup.
What a fantastic match that was. I got to be honest, I didn't 100% expect that. I knew that they had gone up against each other and there was going to be some hard-fought battles and everything on this field. But wow, that was explosive.
Of the Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship.
Kind of a
Maryland
repeat
does what
of
they did in that game and win.
of the regionals that they had.
Congratulations to Maryland and
But
congratulations to North
such a
Carolina.
well-fought
One heck of
match.
a
You can't feel
well-fought
bad
game.
to be North Carolina right now at all.
So your final 150
Maryland advances.
to 110. Maryland advances to the Final Four.
Lone Star
They will
Quidditch.
play the winner of Texas State and Lone Star Quidditch Club.
Damn, that was fun.
So one of the Texas teams will be moving on. Don't know which one yet. It's being played on the field behind us. Try and keep you updated. Stay with us on the US Quidditch live stream here in Rockville, South Carolina.
Texas State Lone Star game. Fill out on field 2 right now.
Are we done, Brad?
Catch up.